Bonjour, hi my loves. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing fine. So in today's podcast, I am going to talk solely about the Summer I Turned Pretty season 2. Oh my god, this season was so good. If I thought I had a lot to say on season 1, wait for season 2. Prepare yourself a little coffee, a little tea, have some snacks because we are going to be here for a while. Plus, I came prepared. I took some notes and I have it right on my right. So if you're watching the video podcast, that's why I'm going to look at my right quite often. And also in front of me, I have a little figurine of Baby Yoda. Look at it. Like adorable. And why is it in front of me? It's to remind me that Bailey Conklin is a 17 years old girl. That she's still, a little she's young, she's still trying to understand and stuff, and I cannot get too much angry at her, even if I think she kind of deserves it, not gonna lie. I cannot be looking like a fool on the internet yelling at a 17 years old girl. You know what I mean? I'm better than that, I think. Maybe not. But yeah, so Baby Yoda in front of me will really help me to keep my calm, keep my zen. I hope so. So, oh my god, I don't even know where to start. Well, let's start from the beginning. I wish I'm gonna start with a complaint because I'm a Virgo. I wished that Oh, and by the way, if you didn't get the memo, I'm gonna give so much spoilers. Like, I'm gonna give my whole opinions, my whole takes on everything. If I'm Team Jeremiah, if I'm Team Conrad, if I'm Team Anti-Belly, which with the intonation of my voice, you kind of guess that I am Anti-Belly. Like, let's keep this energy for later. I just talked about how I wanted to be zen and calm. But I wished that Susanna's death was more at the end of season 2. Why do I wish that? Is because, first of all, I really appreciated Laurel's and Susanna's friendship. It's so refreshing, it's so beautiful, and see like two older women have a beautiful and strong friendship. Like, I don't know, it gives me hope. I'm like, oh, maybe my friends that I have right now, I will have them in 20 years. Why not? And I really usually when I watch TV shows or movies and there's like adults talking, I kind of skip. Is it ageism? No, it's not because I personally like I'm not an adult. Well, legally I am, but like I'm not a real adult, you know what I mean? Like I don't have kids, I don't have my real life job, I don't have my house and stuff. So it's like I don't care, but for Susanna's and Laurel's friendship, it was like they're just having fun. They're still you really felt like the way that they would communicate between them. It's like as if they were still like in their teenage years, and I really, really did appreciate these little moments that we had to watch between these two, and that's why I wished we um, Susanna's death was more at the end of season 2 because we could have had more Laurel and Susanna's moments, and also because I feel like a lot of the main characters' actions, and when I say main characters, I'm talking about Belly, Jeremiah, and Conrad. A lot of them can be not necessarily forgiving because you can understand a lot of their actions. That's what I'm trying to say. Because they're grieving their mother and like their second, for Belly, their second mother. So, yeah, that's I think my only complaint about this season. Yeah, my only complaint. Also, I thought it was super cute how like we saw the little flashbacks like what happened before, like why they're not Belly is not talking with the boys, what's happening and stuff. And at first, we mainly saw flashbacks between Conrad and Belly's friendship, well, relationship, sorry. And it was super cute. Like they would talk on the phone all the time. Every time that they had a little free moment, they would spend it talking on the phone. And it was super sweet. I really appreciated that. It was super, I kind of had little butterflies. But then when you would come back to like the real life, the real timeline, you realize that they're not together anymore. And I was expecting the worst. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting like some cheating happening, some scandalous things, or simply that he or she doesn't love him anymore. But the fact that they broke up, sorry, I'm not laughing. They broke up based on misunderstandings, if that makes sense. Because you know the scene where we saw their prom, well, Belly's prom, and Conrad was like, "Oh, I cannot do this right now," and he leaves the dance and he goes outside, and Belly's like, she says something like, "Oh, you cannot do what? Like, just say it," and he's like, What?" And she's like, "We're over, like we're breaking up," and she leaves, and it's like the fact that you assumed it's kind of wrong. Like at least communicate. Like he didn't even said anything about breaking up. So technically, it's Belly who broke up. But because we're mainly watching the show based on her POV, we we think that it's Conrad when it's not. Like he never said the words "we're breaking up." Like first of all, second of all, I thought it was also kind of unfair to kind of like just stop things with Conrad like that. Like that was the only time where I would have tolerated Conrad to call Belly a kid. Sorry, controversial. But also, he's grieving. So, of course, he's not in the mood of like dancing and being a little romantic and blah, 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 blah with Belly when his mom is dying. Like, you know, but at the same time, don't get me wrong, I get Belly's POV. Like, she's like, can you please have 25 minutes of your life not making it about you? I know it's horrible what I'm saying, and just focus on the dance. Like, that's all I care about. That's my high school prom, the night that I remember forever, that you're ruining because you're like all suddenly you cannot dance, huh? Last season when Jeremiah learned about his mom's cancer, he left, and then Conrad suddenly know how to dance. Hmm. I know when someone bullshits. Hmm. That was so, it was really a scene. Their whole breakup was really like based on a big misunderstanding, and the fact that he didn't even try to call her the next day or just text her to have a talk. Like, Conrad, you're older. You're supposed to know better. He's so much older and wiser than I. Mhm. Call me the next Taylor Swift. But yeah, that was kind of not wacky, but like, I really thought that it was the reason of the breakup was a cheating allegation or something. And also, before the prom, when they were on FaceTime, when Laurel called Susanna and showed what's her name? Belly and Conrad and Steven and his date and Taylor, was Taylor there? Yeah, Taylor and her date, and they kind of like filmed the whole scene, and they were showing off their corsage, whatever. And Conrad is like, "Oh, I forgot it," and they're like, "Oh, it's not a big deal," but they really put focus on it to make you believe that, oh, it's kind of a big deal for Belly. Like, I don't know, maybe because I didn't went to my prom, I don't really, I didn't went. Ew, I didn't go to my prom. Maybe that's why I don't really get the big deal about the corsage. And also the fact that later on, when we saw Jeremiah's POV, which I love when we saw different characters' POV. I hoped we would see Conrad's POV. I felt like that was needed, but maybe they'll show it in season 3. But yeah, even in Jeremiah's POV, he would again talk about the corsage. I was like, okay, just shut up about it.
Like it's $4.99
at the dollar store. Like, come on. You could have gone your way before going to prom to the dollar store to buy yourself a fucking corsage. Like, they put so much emphasis and emphasis what's and pen oh, I'm confusing with hypothesis and phase the my brain is not working tonight will be everything tonight. Okay, I'm gonna stop. And also, when we saw Jeremiah's POV and the whole corsage moment, the fact that let me take a breath. The fact that we learned that Conrad didn't even care about Belly's prom, that he saw it as a chore. Are you sure? Went to your prom with like a random girl that you just found hot and you probably fucked with her that night. And like you probably had the best time of your life. And the fact that Belly wants to go to her prom with her boyfriend that she idolized all these years, and you're like, oh, I don't want to go to prom. Like, what? You want to go with her to Thanksgiving, but you don't want to go to prom with her? And again, you may say, but like he's grieving his mother. Like, I get it if he was acting like a bitch the whole time, but the fact that he literally didn't want to go to her prom, don't date someone who's younger than you. Like, what the fuck? No, no. Such a. Also, what I didn't like about this season, it may sound weird, but they did it, so I guess it was like it's my right to think it's weird. But the fact that Jeremiah and Conrad will often, when Belly would say something, they would individually tell her, oh, that's something my mom used to say. Oh, you remind me of my mom when you did that. What? Like, I get it, your mom just died and you're still grieving, but like, don't compare me to your mom. Like, what? Like, Freud is right here in his coffin, like laughing and dancing because his theory is right. But like, huh, compare me to your best friend, compare me to everyone, but not mom. Like that's giving incest. Like, don't do that, please. Have some respect for. If you don't have respect for yourself, good. But if you have the decency to have respect for me, please don't do that. Come on. So that was weird. Like if a guy compared me to his mom, bye, bye. Like I'll just join Susanna at this point. Her coffin. Yo, she was rich, so I bet her coffin has space for two. Oh my god. It's a joke. Come on. She's not real. She's a character. The actress is doing fine. Knock on the wood. Also, talking about death, the funeral, when Conrad just started to sing. Oh, wait, da 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 da. What? What? Why? Why? They could have cut that out, honestly. Like, it was supposed to be a sad scene. I was crying, laughing of embarrassment. Like, what? And I'm not blaming the actor because I heard in an interview he said something like, I know I'm not a good singer and stuff, but like, I had to sing. So I'm not blaming him, but like, that, the singing ruined the sadness. Like, what the hell? And also, still talking about the funeral, when they had their fight, Conrad and Belly, because it was like a couple weeks after, I think after their breakup, and it was the first time that they would see each other in real life. And the fact that Conrad was having a panic attack, so he laid his little big head on this girl's knees. She was trying to like calm him down, and Belly saw this scene and was like, I don't remember what she said. I don't even know if she said something dumb, but she said something stupid, probably. And and Conrad felt bad, so he like ran to follow her, and she was like, "Don't touch me! I don't want to have anything to do with you." And Conrad was like, "You're just a kid. You're acting like a kid." So you're telling me that you're dating people who act like a kid? So if you say no, which I hope you do, you're just an asshole then. To not degrade them because it's not degrading to be a kid. But the fact that you like put her down and make her feel inferior by saying you're acting just like a kid, you're an asshole. Do you know that? And I know, again, it's his mom's funeral, but you should know better. Susanna wouldn't want this. And Belly was this close to fall. Like, girly, if you're gonna make a scene, do it do it in the right way. Like, don't be falling like that. And I was on Laurel's team when she was afterwards. She was like, "You made it all about you. You couldn't just suck it up for a night." So funny, true. Like bars. Like, it's Susanna's funeral. Don't make it about you. Conrad is supposed to be the older one. Mm-mm, mm-mm. In my notes, I have written Belly. I am anti-Belly. This is the start of a poem. Why am I anti-Belly? Because she is also the problem. Even though I kind of just hated on Conrad for I don't know 15 minutes, 20. She is the problem also. Like, ugh, this girl again. I am being remembered by the baby Yoda that I should not talk shit about a teenager. Also, that's really random. Let's give a little bit of a light moment. When Tay Tay Taylor referenced Wattpad, I don't remember the context, but she just like, oh, it's like a Wattpad thing. That's amazing. That's amazing. Like I loved it. That was relatable as fuck. And also, Tay Tay, the fact that she's at one point she said something about like that she's going to therapy and all of that. I was like, give your therapist number to Billy. Like that bitch needs a lot of it. Like you're dating like two brothers. Okay, maybe not at the same time, but like, huh? Go play Sims. Go let your Sims character be in love. If their brothers are not, like, we don't care. It's Sims. Don't make it in real life. She grew up with them, and they all grew up together. That's giving incestual type of shit. But like, I guess have fun. If someone just cut that part and posted it on the internet, I would be so cancelled. Huh. Also, what I didn't like, well, it's not about this season, but didn't like Steven this season. I thought it was the perfect opportunity this season that him and Belly could have like more brother and sister moments because they're kind of grieving their second mother, and not only that, but also he could like guide her between which one is better for her, Conrad or Jeremiah, or even none of them. And instead, he was just thinking with his little thing upstairs, little thing downstairs, and was like, "Oh, Taylor and stuff." And as much as I think they're cute, and I was rooting for them in season one for Taylor and Steven, but also it kind of seemed forced. It was like, nah, like I don't know. It was like super fast and like I didn't like it. And the fact that he was flirting with her and like trying to like kiss her and stuff while she was in a relationship. And people may say, "Oh, but he's not the one dating Milo, so it's only like Taylor's fault." No, but like he clearly knew that she was dating Milo, and I think they're both disrespectful towards Milo. Wow, me defending a SoundCloud rapper. Whoa, this is this is a development character arc for me. Hmm, interesting. But also the fact that if it was switched up, if it was Taylor who was flirting and trying to kiss Steven while he was in a relationship, people on TikTok would flame and talk shit and bitch about Taylor so fucking much, and they will slut shame her. But because it's Steven and it's a guy, oh, it's okay. And it's cute and romantic. Hmm. Hmm. Like I said earlier, I smell bullshit. So that was about, yeah, and I think it's such I feel like in season one, Steven was more, no, actually he wasn't even more present in season two, but I really, that's my complaint about his character this season is that I he could have helped Belly at least. And also it doesn't seem like he's grieving Shuzana's death. Yeah, I said it. Someone has had to say it, honestly. If it's me, then it's good, I guess. And also, Milo's diss track Get Even with Steven? Why was it so fucking good? Like, what? That was good. That was super good. And also, my little thing to say about Milo is the fact that he was trying. It's not even trying. Maybe it just happened that he looked like Dylan O'Brien's character in the movie with the movie Not Okay. I think that's how it's called. Not Okay. I was like, you can never beat the king. My glorious king. The other day, my brother said that towards to Messi. Well, not in front of Messi, but like we were watching. Nah, I was just in the kitchen at this moment. He was watching a soccer match, and he was like, "My glorious king." I was like, "What the hell?" But he's 11, so I guess it's okay. And hey, I don't hate Messi. Don't twist my words. I just didn't expect my brother who's 11. It's at that age where they're like kind of mean towards you and like kind of giving a little attitude. And he was just being a soft little simp towards Messi. Like, I mean, it's Messi, so I kind of get it. Why am I talking about Messi? What? Remember? Let's talk about Skye, Jeremiah's and Conrad's cousin. She's cute, she's being nice and stuff, but is she dumb? Like for real, is she dumb? The fact that she didn't get that they were using her? Skye, Skye, Skye. I'm sad. Like honestly, that was sad to the point where I actually felt bad for her. So I'm not even gonna talk shit about her. And the fact that the actress slash character is having so much hate online, like people are making fun of her. I don't know if it's because of her physique or like if there's something else, but okay, I'm not gonna lie. There's two or three memes that were actually funny about her. But like, it's funny, but like the hate, it's like, dude, relax. Like, give the girl a break. One of my, I think my favorite episode was episode 4 when they were like doing the playing like laser tag and they were like in the what's the name? Like a ferry? No, that's not the word. Were they in a Ferris wheel? No, I imagine that. But that was my favorite episode when like um Belly and Jeremiah had to do the Tower of Fear, I think the name is. Oof. The fact that she lost a bet and Jeremiah was in the winning team and he still told Belly, "You're not forced to do it alone. I can do it with you." I love you.
Like, what? Like, I love you so much. Jeremiah, I love you so much. I'll never hurt you. I love you. Damn, I sounded like a woman who cannot have children and who wants to adopt.
I'm losing my brain cells. It's actually 11 p.m. and I needed to rant about the summer at Pretty. So yeah, Jeremiah is.
He's so wow and husband.
If you ever see this, Gavin Castellano, I think. Plus, he's Italian. For those who don't know, every time I have a crush on a guy, he always happens to be like Italian, not necessarily 100% Italian, but like could be like 25, 13, his grandmother, his just his father, or his I don't know. Always happens. So maybe I'm gonna end up with an Italian, but please, Gavin, don't give me like what's the word? Don't get a restraining order. I swear I'm normal. Like I'm not to be shady, but I don't know you. Like I'm just talking towards Jeremiah, not you necessarily. Even though you're cute, don't get me wrong. Stop. I'm gonna stop talking. And also his name. At first I was like, Jeremiah. Like, why don't you like it easy and just call him Jeremy? But Jeremiah is Slay. Like, wow, Jeremiah. And at the end when she says, my boyfriend. My Jeremiah. That was one of the few moments in the whole entirety of the Samaritan Pretty where I was like, yes, Betty, you slayed. Talking about Belly, when she wore that green crop top ish, oh, she looks so good. Like, yes, bam, bam, slay. What else? I was talking about Jeremiah. The scene where he was doing his mom's taxes. Where was her ex husband? The fact that men could be this level. I'm not talking about Jeremiah, of course. I'm talking about her ex husband. They could be this level of assholes. It's honestly terrifying. You think you have someone great beside you. You think that they'll always be there for you for the good and the bad. They'll always be there for the kids. He really said, don't care if you're dying, don't care about the kids, I'm just living my life. Man. Dang, like that's actually sad because I know that it's it it is the reality of a lot of people, and yeah, it's really sad. And I hope that you'll be able to go through this hard phase and be able to not stop hating your dad. That's not what I'm trying to say, but just be able to see that for people like that, this level of stupidity and assholeness, you just gotta give up on them and kind of stop trying to have hope towards them. Yeah. So I'm with you. It sounded really as if I was like ironic, but I swear I'm not. Like I was so freaking serious. Talking about my favorite episode that when they were in like playing all these arcade games and stuff, arcade. Why was Cam Cameron there? What? Why? Like that was kind of unnecessary, and the fact that they forced a little romantic romantic connection between him and Skye again unnecessary. Really, like couldn't give less of a fuck. Also, let's talk about the scenes that really gave me butterflies. The scene with the slushy. Mhm. When Belly just went to the deli, bought a couple bottles of alcohol, and brought with her two slushies, gave one to Jeremiah, and Conrad was like, "Where's mine?" And she's like, "You don't like it. You always say it's too sugary." And he just leaned onto her and takes a sip of the slushy. You may have guessed that I'm Team Jeremiah, which I am, probably. But at this moment,
It was so fucking hot. So fucking hot. No, not.
that I expose myself, I'll rewatch the scene multiple times. Every time that I see the scene on TikTok, I just watch it like as if I was a little hamster. Like the fuck. But oh, I like it was so fucking hot. And not only this moment, but also the following. When he looks at her and he's like, "It's too sugary," and he says after, "I thought hot cocoa was your specialty." And referencing hot cocoa to that time when they had their first time and they drank hot cocoa before hot cacao, chocolate, hot chocolate. You got it. Don't be mean. Okay, I'm trying. If you're being mean, that's racist. Whatever. It was oh my god, the butterflies that I had. I was like, at this moment, I was like, yeah, I get Loki can get Team Conrad's girlies. It was everything. And talking about another time where I had butterflies, it's when they were at this little retro party. This party made me want to experience in my life a retro party. I want to be there too. And Belly was she had on rollerblades and she was about to fall and Jeremiah came to the rescue because he always does. And he saved her and he was looking at Belly. They were like kind of closed, their faces were closed. He was like, I wrote it down exactly. You don't need to hurt yourself to get my attention. Uh, huh?
The Fisher brothers have game.
Okay, I'll get Belly. No, I don't. I'm joking. I swear. But like, damn. Wow, that was everything. And also, the third and last moment where I had butterflies, it's when uh, Jeremiah and Belly had their first kiss in a long time. The hand placement, XO by Beyonce playing, the passion and the intensity that they had. This scene was, I almost cried, and I didn't cry to that funeral. This scene, wow, everything, everything. It really highered my expectations towards men, which is in the long term bad for me. But I love this scene. Wow, wow, the chemistry between these two. Like, if you, I hope some people converted into Team Jeremiah after watching this scene because it was everything. Here's like four last things to what's the word, to debunk before talking for a long time about the pros and cons of Team Conrad and Team Jeremiah. When when Steven played Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus for Taylor, even though he said previously that he didn't like the song, that was super cute. That was adorable. When Taylor had to go home and she said to Steven, "Oh, I will use the bus. The bus, can you drop me to the bus stop?" And he said, "What do you mean using the bus? You can use my car." Men today never say that. They treat their car better than their girls. Like, that was amazing. That was so cute. Also, the scene after when Conrad caught Jeremiah and Billy kissing, and Conrad was being sassy in the car. I really love that. I really love to see uh, this facet of Conrad. It was really funny, and I love that he acted in a sassy way more than a angry man way. Even though he was angry, I don't know. The fact that he was sassy, it really helped the case. When Laurel slapped Belly, that was everything. I needed her to slap her more. I'm not gonna elaborate on that. And when Belly called her mom, crying, yeah, she was drunk, but crying and saying like, "Mom, please," and fix everything. Like, girl, you made these problems. Like Steven in the first episode at the first party when he blamed Belly that because of her the boys don't talk to her, and she made a whole scene towards Steven. She was like, "Oh, that's so mean, blah blah," and she left. I was like, but he's telling facts. Like, it's because of you the boys don't talk to her anymore. Don't talk to him anymore, sorry. And also, let's start the segment. Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah. So I said it, I am Team Jeremiah. Let me tell you, the Team Conrad's girlies, your only arguments, you hold it so tightly to the fact that in the books, Conrad and Belly are endgame. So what? It's not because you're endgame that means that it's a healthy, good, and nice relationship. Uh-uh. And they're like, wait till season 3 comes out. You'll see Jeremiah, what he does. Yeah, I know what he does. I don't want to spoil it because that's a big spoil. But like, it's not clear. It's not. Um, you know what? I don't want to spoil it. And also, they always bring back the fireworks scene in season 1, where Jeremiah saw Belly and Conrad were about to kiss, and he just blew the fireworks to like kind of distract them. The anti Jeremiahs are always like, "Oh, he was about to kill him." First of all, he wasn't shooting towards them. First of all, second of all, they're pretty lucky because if it was me, I'm not gonna say the following, but you can't imagine what I was about to say. And the fact that Jeremiah was always there for Belly, always there. And the flashback scene where we saw her when she was a little kid and she got sick, and instead of playing with his friends and having a good time, it's the summer. Jeremiah spent a week next to Belly and playing with her and trying to make her forget that she's sick and trying to make her have a good time. Like, what the fuck? And your team Conrad? Like, honestly, I'm not I don't want to be mean. Like I say it in the nicest way possible. I strongly believe that Team Conrad's girlies have need a therapist like Belly does need a therapist. Like just ask Taylor her therapist number at this point. Like there's like why? Conrad, he's mean. Every time there's something that goes that he disagrees with, he will tell you, "Oh, you're just a kid." Shut up, you old ass fuck, bitch. And also, he, like, he's so toxic. Belly, at one point in the show, she says something along the lines of, "When Conrad gives, he gives it all, but when he can also takes it back quickly," and it's so unhealthy. Like, what? And the fact that Jeremiah, in the beginning of the season two, even though he was pissed towards Belly because she got with his brother, he still was so respectful. He still hold her door. He still said thank you and sorry. He still did little respectful things like that. He never yelled at her. He never pointed his fingers at her. Maybe Conrad did, and I'm just inventing shit at this point because I hate this man so much. But like, he's always been there for Belly, and in season two you see it even more intensely. Every time Belly is sad or something bad is happening to her, he is next to her. Jeremiah is always there, always. And the fact that Steven says to Taylor, "Oh, Team Comrade," first, no, you were just fooling around with Taylor the whole fucking season. "I'm Team Conrad." Stupid bitch. Like, we're supposed to believe your instincts, knowing that in season one, you played all your money on poker that you've gained from summer, that you were supposed to use it to go to university. You bet it all and fumbled your fucking bag. And I'm supposed to believe your instinct. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Tanner is like this with Belly. She knows this girl. They grew up together. She knows what Belly needs and what she wants. Like, of course, she's her best friend. Of course, you only wish the best for your best friend. So she knows better. I believe Taylor's intuition. And I hope in season three, if it comes out, I hope that they won't destroy Jeremiah's character to make it seem like, oh, see, Conrad is the best. Conrad and Billy are endgames. Like, I hope they don't destroy Jeremiah's character because of that. I hope that if it does happen that Billy and Conrad end up together also in the TV show, I hope they do it properly in a sense that they wouldn't have to villainize Jeremiah, if that makes sense. And why else do I hate Conrad? He has so much. Sorry, I burped. He has so much communication issues. Like, what the hell? And also, I was talking to my friend the other day. Hey, Amiya. And she said that from the first episode of season one, you can feel that Conrad is a depressed man. And he is a depressed man from now 2 seasons. Why would you wish a 17-year-old girl to be with a depressed man? And he's not even trying to get better. That's the thing. And people will be like, oh, but he knew his mom had cancer and he knew his dad cheated. It wasn't so. No one told you to keep that for yourself. And you didn't tell your brother that your mom was dying. That's fucked up. Knowing that Jeremiah, he said in an episode that Jeremiah is more his mom's boy and Conrad is more his dad's boy. Knowing that if he would have told Jeremiah, Jeremiah would 100% spend every day of the summer next to his mom because he doesn't care about uh, his fucking lifeguard job. He doesn't care about going to parties and the little hookups that he had. He would have stayed next to his mom. And in season two, what I'm saying is being proved because every moment he stayed with his mom, he made her smoothies, he made her he he was doing her finances, he was always there. Always. And the fact that you took that from your brother, that's fucked up. It's so like, huh? Huh? Like I'm like that's that's so wrong in so many levels. And I hope you Conrad girlies get that. And maybe they'll be like, oh, but he wasn't supposed to know. He was waiting for his mom to announce it. That's still fucked up. And the fact that he knew that his mom had cancer, and instead of staying with her and like kind of be nicer towards her, was being an asshole. He didn't want to. He spent the less amount that he possibly could with his mom. And yes, I can understand it. Maybe like a coping mechanism of knowing the news, and he doesn't want to spend so much time with her because he knows and blah blah blah. Still so freaking wrong. Yeah. What else about Conrad that I hate? Also, the team Conrad girlies for life, they always bring up the fact that in season one, Jeremiah had multiple hookups. Conrad had a whole ass relationship. Don't even try to compare the two. Jeremiah was just, doing little things with other people, but he didn't care about them. Conrad had a girlfriend. He was low key cheating on her girlfriend for a 16-year-old. Like, huh? Like, that's worse. And if you cannot see that it's worse, stop. Like, come on. What else do I hate? What are my other cons about Conrad? Conrad cons! Like, it's a sign. Jenny Han knew. Like, what the fuck? Uh, let's give a little pro for Conrad because I am objective. The scene when he officially had his final discussion with Belly, and the song Exile by Taylor Swift and Bon Iver started to play, and he quit the motel and had a panic attack. That was actually sad. Like I wanted to hug him. Really. And I really do wish him the best. I wish in Stanford, where is he going? I think Stanford. I wish he does find a Stanford girlie and they get in a beautiful, healthy relationship. Like I really wish him the best, but he's kind of being a bitch with Belly, like whatever. And I thought there was something else that I kind of liked about Conrad. I don't remember. I really don't remember. Maybe it wasn't important. And also the fact, like, something that I didn't really like about this season is how much emphasis that they made on the whole selling the house thing. I get it. It's Susanna's house. Like, this house is like Susanna is still here, blah, blah, blah. I get it. But don't the amount of time that they use instead of developing some characters like Steven, Taylor, and even Skye, and even just make it more sense why Cam Cameron is here, and maybe see Conrad's POV. They just talked about the house, which I get it, but I was like, can we just finally get an answer if she will sell the house or not? That's another complaint that I have about this season. now it's my third episode in a row talking about the summer I turned pretty, and more specifically Jeremiah. So I think I gave you enough arguments why I think he is the best man I love. I swear, if I don't end up with a guy like Jeremiah, I messed up my life. What's the point? Settle down. I would rather have 2 years, beautiful years, with a man that is like Jeremiah than have a whole lifetime with a boring ass man like Conrad. I said it. I said it. Fight me. Conrad girlies. I can fight. No, I can't, but I will learn. First of all, take some notes. Oh my god, I gotta stop coming from TikTokers slash influencers neck. I don't even know them. I don't care about them. And they don't care about me. So I was getting so gaslighted by the people on TikTok because I don't know why I got on Team Conrad's TikTok. I hated every second of it because they really gaslighted me. They really made me think I was crazy for being with the man that I love. And then, thank the Lord, I got back into Team Jeremiah's TikTok, but I got gaslighted so much. I was this close to buy a Team Jeremiah t-shirt and wear it proudly in high school. I'm in university. What's that? Yeah, this close. But it really made me like. I honestly want to have an open conversation with a Team Conrad girlies because the three arguments that they always say is in the books their end games, the fireworks scene, and uh I don't remember the third, but it's like, girl, like I can give I can give you a million reasons why to choose Oh my god, their gaslighting technique methods is starting to work out almost. Please, Jeremiah, forgive me. Like it was a simple mistake. Like it meant nothing. I swear. I'm not cheating on you for your brother. I'll never do that. I know better. I'm older and wiser. Ah. So on that note, I look like this TV show look makes me want to get into a love triangle because I really gaslight myself into thinking that I will be able to handle it. Well, maybe I'm not. Oh my god. Let Oh my god! Imagine if I get into a love triangle, the amount of tea that I will be able to give you on this podcast, it is monstrous. Ooh, look at me using big words, big intellectual words. So I hope this podcast gave you a little smile. I hope Team Conrad girlies, by tomorrow you'll stop hating me. And if you still do, go fuck yourself, man. You need therapy. I'm gonna buy you the first session. DM me. And when you'll DM me, I will block you because I don't have the money to pay you. I don't have the money to pay you for myself. That's why I'm doing a podcast. My truth. This is the title of the podcast. But on a more serious note, I hope I made you smile a little bit. On the next podcast, I swear I will not talk about the summer I turned pretty. This podcast channel is not solely on the summer I turned pretty. It's just my life was dedicated towards this TV show. That's why I had a lot to say. And I hope your life will be great. I hope you'll have good dreams. I hope you'll sleep well. I hope you'll remember me next week to watch the new podcast. I hope your back to school will be amazing. I hope you'll have everything that you want for your birthday. I hope that you'll never get constipated. I hope that if you do that you didn't eat spicy food. I hope that your coffee is always perfect. I hope that your room is always clean and that you'll never get spiders in your room. And on that note, I love you so much. Bye.